section, I'm going to teach you how to import medias into your timeline and also edit them. So at the end of the day, you'll be able to export them and have a final result of everything you've done. So the first thing I want you to do is click on this media and click on the image, the white image, yeah, the white color. And if you remember, while we were creating our project during our last class, we set the image durations to 5 seconds. So whenever you click on any picture right here, once you add any picture, it is going to be added to the timeline for exactly 5 seconds. The duration is going to be 5 seconds. So I just tried adding a few other pictures, as you can see, seconds, and you can increase them. You can increase the length even after adding. You can increase just by dragging the left side or the right side. So I'm going to delete these ones right now because I just want us to add two white pictures. This white color, this solid color, I want us to add this. So I'm going to click on the media once again and add another image. Click on this white. Okay, now we have each of the images 5 seconds each. That means we have 10 seconds to work with. This is the simple stuff I want us to do. There's two pictures. So right now I'm going to add my picture. So I'm going to click on layer. Why are we using layer to add another picture right now instead of using media? The reason why is because we are working with layers. If you have designed with Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator or any graphic design softwares, you would understand what we mean by layer. Layer means when there's something on ground and you are placing something else on top. So we have different layers placed on top of each other. So the first two pictures we added here, they are like the base layer. So whenever you want to add anything through this media, that means you are adding them as the base layer. So they are placed at the very bottom of the layers in your timeline, and they are placed at the very bottom of the timeline. So when you add anything now as a layer, it's going to be placed on top of the base layer. So now, after pressing layers, now go to media. I'm going to look for the pictures, my picture, the one I want to add. Okay, right there, this is the picture I'm using. So one thing I want us to note right now before we move on is, whenever you are moving your pictures or your video, you can see a line. Whenever you see this red line, straight line, that means your picture or your video is at the middle of the timeline. Whenever you have the second line too, and the straight line, the horizontal and the vertical line are together, that means your picture is centered. But we are not trying to do this. I want this picture. In your own case, you can decide to make your picture stay at the center, just like this. But in my own case, I want it to be somewhere around here. So around here. So I'm going to give the picture uh, in animation. uh, Let me use pop up. Okay, I'm satisfied with pop up. Okay, and let me use a fade out. Your picture just fades out at the end, the out animation. So now that I have my pictures in the first layer, let me play. So what I want to write now is my name is kind for my name is Paul. I'm going to bring this down, okay, and click OK. I'm going to change the color to black. The reason why the text is not showing is because the color is also set to white, the same thing as the background. So this is how we're going to change. We're going to click on this color right here and change it to some let me use black. I'll just use black. Okay, so I'm going to scale up. To scale up, you can click on this button right there to scale up. Now I'm going to move it somewhere around here and leave it that way. So you can as well change the font by clicking on this font. You have different fonts to work with. Already there as default. They're already there to use, and you can also download fonts. I'm clicking on this. So your data connection must be on for you to download fonts. So we're going to go back. I do have my data connection on, so let's go back. We've already choose Roboto black, so you can go ahead and cancel. It's already changed, as you can see. So let's make sure this text is here. Okay, let's also give it some. Let me give it in animation. You can decide to give it the same the same effect, the same in animation as the one you used for the picture. You can use anyone. You can use pop outward, you can use wipe down, you can use pop open, you can use enter slide up, you can use as many animation as possible, one at a time. Okay, I'll make use of pop up. For out animation, I'll use the same fade out as I did for the picture. So yeah, my name is KINE Paul, and instead of clicking on layer and creating another text from this option, I can decide to just click on this one right here and duplicate it. So I'll just move it to the next layer. You can see it snaps into the next layer. So you can edit this and change it. So let's make use of the snap tool. We're moving it through the horizontal line, and once the vertical line shows up, that means our text is at the middle. That means our text is at the middle of the project. So I'm going to also give this second text the in animation and out animation. Oh, that is not no longer needed. Why? Because we already duplicated the first one to create the second one. So all the effects will still be there. But if we had gone ahead to click on layer and added a new text, uh, this means all of the effects we applied to the first text will not is not present. So as you can see, it's white. So we will have to edit, change the colors and all of those things. Yeah. I want you to see. I want you to see what we're doing. So we're going to be editing the text from scratch. So it makes it very easy for you when you just duplicate. When you just duplicate the text and keep changing the content of the text. Yeah. So I want us to add the audio. When you click on audio, you can add from the files inside your phone. You can add music from your mobile devices, and you can also download a lot of music from the app itself. Okay, I want to use this. Uh-oh. Sorry for the break in transmission. uh, I guess the music cannot play for cannot go beyond that range. The music can't go beyond that range. That's because the base layers determines how long the base layers determines how long the video is going to run. No matter how no matter what, if you stretch your text or your pictures, there are layers, there are just layers. Stretch it beyond your base layers, you can't still go beyond that. You can't still go beyond that. For example, you can see you can't still go beyond 10 seconds. You can't go beyond 10 seconds because we have 5 seconds. Pictures. So you get the idea of what I'm trying to explain. So this is a simple thing you're going to be doing. Get into your KINE Master app and let's see what we can do. Now to export your project, you simply click on this icon right here, and then you have different setups, resolutions and frame rates to export with. So I'm going to export with something really small, and can increase this to something greater. I decided to use this very low, uh, So I'm just gonna click on save. Save. Yeah, we're done. We're done.